Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make light rays in Photoshop. What are you doing? You called me. No, I didn't. Yeah, no. I'm the photographer. You're the videographer. You're making a photography tutorial. That's my job. You know what? Fine. Have at it. All right then. Let's hit it.
Let's make it happen now.
There's so many different types of scenes that you might want to add light rays to that I'm going to do a couple of different versions because there may be different situations, some inside, some outside. One method might work better than others. So I'm going to show you 3 methods in under 5 minutes how to create light rays in Photoshop. Let's get started. Method number 1. What you're going to want to do is open up your scene in Photoshop. Go ahead and grab that layer and add a duplicate. Create a duplicate of your background layer by either right-clicking and clicking duplicate layer or using the hotkey Command or Control J, depending on if you're on a Mac or a PC. Go ahead and go up to Filter, Blur, Radial Blur. Set the blur method to zoom and set the quality to either good or best. And set the amount to 100. Now what you're gonna see is these light rays coming out of this white box right from the center over here. This is your preview box of your sun. Now unfortunately, it doesn't actually give you a preview of your scene, which would be super helpful. Adobe, if you're listening, please make that happen. Because what we're gonna do is we're going to click this sun, if you will, and drag it around to the part of the scene that you're gonna wanna place it at. You might have to do this a couple of times as you might not get the placement just right. So if it's not right, just undo it and try it again. Go ahead and click OK. All right, now our image is a blurred out mess. So what we're gonna do is add a layer mask to our layer by clicking this little white box with the circle in it and inverting that layer. Make sure you click on it and go ahead and click the key Command Control or Command I. Now let's grab our brush tool from the toolbar on the left-hand side over here. Make sure the color of our brush is the opposite color of our layer mask so we can paint over it and reveal what's underneath. And go ahead and set the opacity of that brush to something like 30%. That way we can brush on little bits at a time. Now go ahead and start painting your light rays back into the scene. So that's it. That's method number 1, typically used outdoors. Let's go ahead and move on to method number 2. What you're gonna wanna do is pull up your image in Photoshop, obviously, and go ahead and create an empty layer by clicking this little X box down here, X box. I never really liked Xbox. I couldn't get used to the controllers. I was a PlayStation guy. All right, now we have our new layer selected. Go ahead and go over here and choose your polygonal lasso tool. And what you're going to do is find a point off in the distance over here where you can imagine where your sun is at or where your light rays will be coming in at. This method will be used if you want to add individual light rays exactly how you envisioned it. So what you want to do is click over here, click a line over here, and then click again or double click in order to create sort of a triangle. And now what you're going to want to do is get your bucket tool, select a color that would kind of match the environment that you're in. You might have to experiment with this to get it just right. Now I know this looks kind of weird, but just bear with me. Go ahead and grab your polygonal lasso tool and create more triangles and fill those in as well. Now let's go ahead and set the opacity of that layer to like 50% so we can kind of see underneath it. And let's go ahead and add a layer mask to that. Grab your brush tool and sort of refine where that's at. All right, now that we have that done, I know this looks super goofy, but just bear with me. This is gonna look okay. Make sure you have your layer selected. Go ahead and go up to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. Now the radial amount adds the amount of blur, so the more you add to it, the more blur, obviously. So go ahead and change this until you get it kind of where you want it. Once you have it where you want it, go ahead and click OK. And if this is still, if this is a little bit too much, you can go ahead and bring up or bring down the opacity of that layer to get the light rays to look the way you want them. And that is method number 2. Let's go ahead and move on to method number 3. Go ahead and open up your scene, of course, and you're going to want to add an adjustment layer. That's this little circle that's half black and half white. Go ahead and click that. Go up to the very top where it says gradient. Click that. Now we've got this gradient here. Set the type to angle and click the gradient right here. Bloop. Now set the gradient type to noise and set the color mode to HSB. Go ahead and drop the saturation, which is this middle bar here, all the way down to 0. We want it to be black and white. Now go ahead and click randomize until you get the light rays we're looking for here. Once you're happy with the randomization that you've come up with, go ahead and click OK. And now we can click and drag this to the area we want it to, kind of like the last one, wherever you want the light rays to be coming from. Go ahead and click OK. Now let's set the blending mode of this layer to screen. That will help us blend in a little bit better. So we're gonna go ahead and add a levels adjustment layer to this to kind of enhance the light rays a little bit. So go ahead and go back down to your adjustment layers, click levels, and make sure this little box with the arrow pointing down is selected so it will only affect the layer beneath it. And just kind of mess with the levels a little bit until you get these light rays to pop the way you want them to. Now, like last time, we're gonna wanna paint this in. These adjustment layers come with layer masks already attached to it. So go ahead and click the layer mask and invert it by pushing Command or Control I, and go grab your brush tool and go ahead and start painting that back in. All right, that's it. That is 3 ways to create light rays in Photoshop. Our first photography tutorial on this channel. What did you guys think? Did you like it? Not? I don't know. Show me by giving me a thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't know. If there's any other photography related tutorials you guys would like to see, just let me know in the comments below and I will make that happen if I can. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe only if you want to. Hit the little notifications bell so you can be notified when the next video comes out, if that's what you want to do. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Are you done yet? Oh no, I still got some. I got a few more things. Oh no! Get out of here! Go take pictures or something. I got a clone tutorial to make in Premiere Pro.